Alright. Are we there? Yes, we are there. Not that one, but this one. I'm gonna stay with us. Stay with us. Okay. Since we're live, man, I had an accident with my tooth. So I'm gonna be on. Can y'all see this side? I think y'all can see this side, guys. That's the side ain't supposed to be showing. All knowing, but we don't try to hide the thing like that. How about that? Hide like that. That's not good. It's not good that you see that. So, one of the things that we have going on in the world today is truth, as I always say. Speaking of truth, let's deal with that. Okay. Oliver North sits out in space. There's no directional arrows or things that determine that we're astronomically adhesive to the energy that we can deal with based on our makeup, if you will, our star system, our gas phase, and all of that. Yes? So, as we combine our efforts and gather the knowledge of knowing what to do, the magnificent speed of which we can travel, yes, the speed of which we can travel, and be ourselves, yes. So when I say Oliver North, we can look at things just like when I said I saw certain things with the military practicing their thing, and then Oliver North was involved with the drug system here in Little Rock, Arkansas, dropping dropping the drugs off in city in Little Rock, not in Little Rock City in Arkansas, using the military finance back in the day. Okay? So now, today, we have the C-130s, and we've had them since then. The C-130s can carry more things than any other things they have in the military, right? And most of them are here in Arkansas, just the same, with being a part of here in Arkansas, the military, and that. Now that we have all these military vets who are in pretty bad shape due to the overwhelming inability of the VA hospital system to administer healthy living arrangements and opportunities, well, you can use that C-130 to go to a city like, let's say, Arkansas. Well, we got to go there. 2 to 3 veterans hospitals here. I worked at one of them, and have the vets down to Hot Springs, anywhere in the country. Got C-130, pick up some and drop them off, and look at the money you could make off those ventures, off the military budget, in the building up of the morale of the people. Most of all, you see, the morale of the people, most of all. So seeing that the military vets are on drugs, now the drop off can be to get the military vets off the drugs that at one time it was used to bring in the drugs. Even in the movie American Gangster, they boldly showed that they was using the military to bring in the drugs. So now you can use the C-130 planes to drop the people off here in Arkansas again. And what I was talking about, I wasn't clear on that once I listened to it, was the down in Hot Springs at one time, not in Hot Springs, but at one time the gangsters had the automatic machine gun before the police officers did. So they were beating the police officers at the fights because they had the automatic machine guns. And so that's what I mean by the gangsters. Even they knew after battle and the deaths were there, that even they knew to come to a place to relax, to get that off their soul some kind of way, to administer some kind of healing, something so you can function after such a very pressurized situation, because it is. So even in that thing, you can see how war in Russia 300 years ago, they used that function. So again, we can turn that around. The C-130 planes go all over the country, picking up beds all over the place, drop them off down at the hotel. Here in Hot Springs, a spot that can be fixed up. Those dollars can build up dollars for the city of Hot Springs. The state of Arkansas can communicate that energy. You know, it's a lot of crystals, quartz, rocks, and things, healing perspectives in Hot Springs. A lot of things going on. So jobs, people off those opioid drug situations, because it's already been done. It's not something new business venture I'm coming up, but sounds like it could be. And it is, you know, it's fortunate that it can be happening right now, right at the time when so many soldiers are committing suicide. And not nothing but anything as hospitable as this hasn't taken place. This is already in place. Invest a few dollars in something like that, in the soldiers, in their treatment, in their lives, and the people, and all that. You can go forward in that, you see? So, in one step, we can be involved in that energy. Take the people and treat them properly, okay? So, and we move on, definitely, to other things, such as with the money being spent for crime in this Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm local now. And so he was correct. He says, the chief of police said, even if he puts a police on every block, there still be some crime. Well, interesting. After that, explained how they was following, you know, using the reconnaissance missions and all of that, how they have that ability, and all that, those cameras, all the information, you can just easily say, hey, these people were there at this time, at that time, doing this and that, and all of that. And yet, crime is still going on because you have the helicopters can get all of that. You don't have to you can sit right here in this room and look at all of that going on and know the behavior. So, when you're not applying proper etiquette, yes, etiquette, it's part of etiquette, how you treat people. Definitely that, not just that sitting at the table, but how you treat people all around. And just as they showed with the Martin Luther King parade, when they had the white dude, the homosexual, come in to represent the parade, and I asked why, what does he have to do with community building? And then they had the commercial showing the crime in that area, okay? And then you have the $500,000 grant that they got so they can show before the crime is committed, the behavior in the area itself, how it's going to function, how volatile it is based on the history of it. That money, so again, I covered that area as well with that in a certain area, because you have to look at a certain blocked out area to do your research, to have truth in that. So where's that money, that $500,000 that you all had for that? You see, so you ship some of that down. I'll take some of that. You see, again, and they made that movie about the crime around by Central High. Okay, so they got the money for the Murray for the person who never lived in the black community. I'm sure, I don't know if he has really show proof of why he was related to that, to our plight, any kind of way. And then we get the $500,000 grant to show all of that, the behavior of the people before the crime takes place. And after the crime takes place, what happened that led up to that, the behavior. And then we have the $196,000 grant come from Fayetteville to show how poor people, bad eating decisions affect their lives. Okay? So people on food stamps, they said, okay, so if you're on food stamps, then they did a study. They have $196,000 coming from Fayetteville. They wrote a grant, and these people got it to show and to see how it affects their lives, what it affects their lives. So with those combined efforts, with all that money, $500,000, $196,000, I say $200,000. In the movie, in the efforts from the Murray, you see how they covered all the areas that were supposed to be making our community safe, and yet the chief of police said, even if you put a police on every block, there'll still be a crime. How is that possible when you're supposed to have covered all these areas? And there's not a lot of areas to cover here in Arkansas. In Little Rock, that's not a lot of area to have to cover with all that money to say that. Because I've covered a lot of area myself. So the beautiful thing about this is it's available and the possibilities are there to make it correct right now. As you see, it is functioning as what is going on here locally right now. You see. This is not, again, not some conspiracy theory, but we have to look at these things and what's going on in our lives, what these people are doing and why they're doing it, and what it is we're doing about it. Okay, so again, that issue is coming forth through us, so it comes for us, and that's what's happening with our local, as far as that goes as well. And goes along with this, and with the other thing, with that time, and what we have to do with it.